All right, what is good, y'all? Day 4 of streaming every day this month. All right, so thanks for tuning in. We're gonna talk about why pickup artistry is so freaking corny. All right, for Asian guys, and why I think running social circle game is way better if you're trying to meet women. Okay, in 2024 and beyond. So if you're new here, my name is Rob Based. I'm an author, content creator, and dating coach for Asian men. I started out helping divorced dads, and now I am transitioning, pause, to help out single Asian men with their dating because I think it's hard for us guys out there, and I'm here to give out solutions that actually work. So if you missed the past few videos, don't worry, you're still pretty early. I broke down a few of the important topics just to get you guys thinking about dating differently because attraction isn't what you think it is. All right. Long gone are the days where women would just like you guys for you. I mean, the dating market, the dating landscape has completely changed. It's totally different now. It's not what it used to be. All right. So, welcome. Kick your feet up, get comfortable. I'm going to break it all down for you. All right. I got you guys. And throughout this entire journey, I am not going to be asking for a single cent because I'm going to be giving just straight value. All right. Things I used to charge thousands for in my coaching programs, I am giving it all out for free. So just make sure to subscribe, tell a friend about this channel so I can get out to more guys just like you. And I would be honored and flattered. So let's just get right into it, boys. All right. Listen, I get it. There's so much information out there and a lot of it is confusing. I get it. There's coaches out there that tell you to do one thing, and then there's other coaches that tell you to do another thing. There's other coaches that tell you to focus on this, and it gets confusing. I understand. I get it. I was there myself too. Okay. One thing I won't do is I'm not gonna give you guys outdated practices, okay, or give you advice on something that I personally wouldn't do myself. All right. So let me just start off with I think PUA is fucking corny, okay? And it's a near dying approach. It's nearly dying, okay? A cold approach. But hear me out, okay? There's a difference between cold approach and warm approach. So what I'm specifically referring to right now is cold approach, okay? Going up to a random girl who you don't even know and you're trying to get her to give you her number or her social media, okay? For one, as an Asian guy, you are already at a disadvantage, all right? So for most of you guys, it's not going to work. And most of you guys will lose confidence in yourself after a few approaches, okay? Secondly, women are flattered by it, but you are pedestalizing her when you do approach her, okay? And why? Because you thought she was so good looking that your stupid ass needed to go say hi. All right. You already started off on the wrong foot here. And you're going to lose frame in that relationship if it ever amounted to that. Okay. Thirdly, it's a fucking waste of time. There's better ways to meet women and approaching them in warmer settings. Okay. Cold approach is good if you're like a 6 foot tall Chad or your Riz is over 9,000. All right. But most of you guys have Riz under 1,000. Okay. So it's not going to work unless you get to that point, which is going to take years for the most of you guys. So why not do something more effective with your time? Okay. Now, I am not shitting on the entire pickup community. Let me just get that get that straight. Okay. I think it's great for newbies who have never spoken to a woman, mainly incels, and you don't know how that interaction goes or you don't understand women for that matter. But for most of you guys have had interactions with women, and yeah, they might not have gone well, but you've gotten lucky at least a couple times. Okay, so this message is mainly for you guys and not those nerds. All right, I'm trying to elevate you guys to a certain level where you are now making less approaches and you have actually like women trying to insert themselves into your orbit instead. And that's where the game changes, okay? Trust me. Like when I was growing up, I hung around like ballers, okay? and we used to go to the clubs and pretty much buy out the whole bar. This was like before bottle service, okay? And we would line up like 100 shots on the bar table, and we would just drink all night, handing it out to all the bad bitches that we were hanging out with that night. And they would let me tell you, they would climb all over me, begging me to take shots with them, dance with them, and do this and do that. And they're linking my arm and dragging me over there and trying to make out with me. Like, obviously this led to me taking them home, and you guys know what happens after that. Okay, it was that freaking easy. I never usually approached women that I didn't know, trying to get them to sleep with me. I think it's just corny as fuck. All right. So whenever I not to mention, like, whenever I saw other dudes try and pick up the women that we were with, like, and I saw them shoot them down, like, I saw the look on their faces, and for the whole night, their their shot at taking it down a baddie for the rest of the night was ruined, because all the girls pretty much just saw this guy get rejected. And usually pickup artists will tell you, if that happens, then you have to go to a new setting, try it all over again, and then that basically further wastes your time and money, because you got to go to another club, pay cover there, and this and that. Like I said, this is very old school tactics, okay? And the new way of doing things is running social circle game, all right? And most of you guys don't have a good social circle around you, and I get it. Or maybe you need to upgrade to a new one. You guys have to take those kinds of things into consideration, okay? Look, you have to set the environment for women to have fun in, so that when you are seen as a high status guy, or the dude that women should get to know, it's a lot easier for you to approach these women, because the leads now are warm. They have an inkling of who you are, and you're already surrounded by other hot women. Okay, so the pre-selection is like through the roof. Okay, and pre-selection is just an evolutionary psychology term that basically, just explains that, you know, this guy is a high value guy, and it just explains to women without really saying it. Okay, so when you're seen at a party with other beautiful women, okay, the other beautiful women already have this understanding that you've been vetted by these other girls, because hot women don't want to hang around creeps or losers, okay? That's like the ick that they get with most guys, is that, ew, you're creepy, or ew, you're a loser. But when you're seen with other hot women, like I said, it gives you that pre-selection. You've already been vetted by these hot girls. So other hot girls, they look at that hot girl and they're like, "Oh, I wonder who they're with. I wonder who that guy is." Because like I said, if you didn't already vet them, they're not curious about you. Okay? So like I said, when other hot women have vetted you already, then they're going to want to insert themselves into you. They may befriend some of your girls to just chat up with them and, like, have small talk, and then in hopes that you're going to be like, "Oh, hey, meet my friend Rob over here. He does such and such, or he's running this party. Did you want to meet him?" And then they literally come into your orbit, and that woman that you're with becomes your wing man, essentially. Okay? And how much easier is it for you when you have hot girls saying, "Oh, you should meet my friend Rob. He's the guy throwing this party." It literally puts your status up to here, okay? And it doesn't matter how conventionally attractive you are. You could be the ugliest dude, but women want to get to know you because you're that guy, okay? And just like I explained in that club setting, when you elevate yourself to that point, most girls just want to know you. This is why bar service, bar table, buying a bottle at the bar is a thing. Okay, it just means that you have status. That's why they charge so much for this bottle that you can get at your local liquor store for like $40, and they charge like $400 for it, because the guys who can afford it obviously have some sort of status. Okay, now I'm not telling you to go run night game and do this at nightclubs. You can be the star of the show anywhere you go by hosting like a run club, all right, or a charity event, let's say. Okay, you can run entrepreneur events in your area, all right? You can organize like group sports or something like that, like some flag football. The point I'm trying to make here is that you need to be leading these events, okay? Or you need to be somewhat in charge. Like maybe you do it with a group of your boys, but have fun with it, okay? And meet women at the same time. All right. Other guys have already figured this shit out, like I said, and that they've been doing this stuff already, right? You can go to like Eventbrite or something like that and look at the hosts and the organizers and stuff like that. They're probably not attractive dudes, but they've figured out that look, I have a deficiency in this area. I got to do something about it to go and meet these women because I don't want to die alone, right? I want to deal with some baddies, right? So it's not uncommon for us guys to go, out there to try to display our value and try to attract women into our environment. I mean, like you see this in nature all the time. Like the weaver bird spends all fucking day building a nest, okay? And then he hangs upside down from it, like waiting for a female to come into his nest, inspect it, and basically say, "Yeah, this is good enough," right? And so that this weaver bird can smash. Okay, now he gets to procreate and then pass on his lineage. Okay, and yeah, I just compared the human male race to a weaver bird, all right? But you guys get the drift. I mean, peacocks, right? The reason why they go out there and they have such a nice plume of feathers, it's to attract the woman. Okay? So like just understand like this happens in nature. Guys have been doing this for centuries. There's already guys in your fucking neighborhood and your local area already doing this, okay? And so get good at it, all right? It's a better use of your time rather than going out and trying to like pick up every random girl on the street. Okay. Like social circle game is the way to go. Okay. You get to have fun. You meet all kinds of people, not just women, and then you can network to grow your own business. And I think that's a W in my opinion. All right. And you meet a hot girl in that process, that's a super W. Okay. So long gone are those days where you spend all day walking out to malls, grocery stores, beaches, trying to talk to every girl that you see. And most of them aren't even 10 out of 10s. Okay. They're like 10 out of 10s aren't even out and about. They're usually at home or, at work doing their like introvert shit. Okay. So you will rarely see them out and about. Okay. And you have to get way more creative to bring these women out to you. All right. So you're going to be dealing with sixes at best, like I said, when you're out and about. And, trying to spin a few of those plates, like, is that even worth it? Right. I mean, if you want to, guys, like, no one is stopping you. Y'all can do that. But if you want to attract a baddie, if you want the best girl possible, okay, you need to run social circle game. Trust me. I can't exhaust this enough. Like I was telling you guys in my last video that the thing that women rank the highest, okay, overlooks is status. And you can't display status when you're, out and about, let's say. Okay. It's very hard for you to do that. And if you're not the most conventionally attractive dude, then don't even waste your time with pickup. All right. It's just going to hugely deflate your ego. And look, if you're a super player, I get it. Like if you got it like that, you're a good looking dude, you got Riz, then you would do great at pickup, but in both cold and warm settings. Okay. But for the most of you guys, y'all ain't got it like that. All right. So we need to be realistic about how to play this game. And trust me, like I said, there's guys who have already figured this out about themselves. And obviously in the meantime, you should always be trying to self improve, right? Like getting in the gym, fixing up your teeth, doing some facials, you know, learning style and how to dress properly. Like all those things should never take a backseat. You guys should always constantly be trying to self improve that, okay? And like, making sure your hygiene is on point, all that, right? And then once you're, what somewhat conventionally attractive enough, and you've actually heard from women that you're, hot, cute, sexy, or whatever, then yeah, go do cold approach because then it's gonna work for you. All right. So I am not shitting on an entire industry because I don't think it works. It definitely does. Cold approach does work. Okay. It's just that in everything in life, there's winners and there's losers. Okay. And most of you guys are going to be in that loser category because women in general just find men super unattractive. Okay. Most women find most men unattractive. So the guys who are winning at it are obviously the top of the food chain. All right. These guys are like the creme de la creme. And so what I'm saying is just play the game correctly. All right. Where it's going to be in your favor. All right. So if you guys got some value out of this video, make sure to like the video on your way out. I'm going to be doing videos like this pretty much every day for the next 30 days. So make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the notification so you guys get, you know, you guys are aware when I'm going to go live and do these things. Or if you want to catch them after, so be it. But just do me that solid. I'm not asking for a single cent throughout this whole journey, okay? Whether I have to stream every day, like every day for a whole year, okay? That's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do, okay? But all I ask is like the video, subscribe, tell a friend. I would be very honored and humbled if you guys would do that. All right. Where we at? Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to keep these streams pretty short. So I respect your time, I respect my time, and I'm not gonna keep rambling. But if you guys did want to continue on the conversation, leave a comment or hit me up on DM on my Instagram. Okay, I put that link inside the description. So with that, just know pickup is not for everybody. Okay. If you're a Chad, Tyrone, or whatever, and it works for you, great. But for most of you guys, it's not going to work. Okay. And running social circle game is pretty much the only way. Now, obviously in another video, I'll break down like how to specifically do this, or I might even document the process that I'm doing right here in my own city, because I moved from Toronto to Vancouver, okay, from one metropolis to another, and I knew nobody, okay? So I had to literally start from the ground up and network my way into a position where I can actually do this, okay, effectively. And I'm still in that process here, okay? Maybe I'll document that, show you guys, and come along for the ride, okay? Come along for the journey. You guys get to watch it from the ground up, okay? And then, yeah, you guys will just see, okay? Like I said, this is not, I wouldn't tell you guys to do something that I personally wouldn't do myself, all right? I am in the thick of it myself, okay? So, uh, that's all I have, all right? Like the video on the way out, guys, all right? Raw based, signing off. Peace.